Hey boys, it's HarmNone. Today we're going to be going over what to buy and what to avoid this week in Grand Theft Auto Online. Now this week is basically a continuation of last week minus a few things, mainly being the Black Friday discounts. So what I said last week will still kind of stand. However, I'm going to take into consideration these discounts without the better Black Friday discounts also available this week. Now, before we get into anything further, we still do have the VIP program offer for Pricks Luxury Real Estate that's available before December 7th. So you got to do it by December 7th. That's going to be those new mansion missions. The first one is at Devin Weston's house. This is where you're going to actually go and start it. Now, if it's not here, it's going to be at the airport, and it's only there because you haven't completed the Mr. Faber introduction mission. So you'll see a Martin Madrazo like M right here on the map in the same gold color. You're going to have to go and do that, and that's where you're going to get your start with this whole thing. For everybody else, though, it's going to be right here. Go do the 3 missions. You're going to get a free Ubermarkt Revolter, $1 million cash within 3 days of completing the missions, and you're also going to get a $2 million discount on the new mansion properties when they come out on December 9th. So Tuesday, so not very long. This is your last chance to do it. You got to get these done by Sunday. So make sure you guys are doing it. I've been harping at you guys for a while to do these now. So if you haven't done them yet, do them, man. You're going to get a free $1 million out of it and a free car at the very least. Even if you don't buy a mansion, still you're getting like $2 million worth of stuff for free. So I would definitely do it. Take advantage of it while you can. And they're also on double money and double RP this week as well. So you're going to get extra money for completing them. So it's a win-win. Make sure that they're done by Sunday, please, for the love of God. The weekly challenge this week is going to be to complete 3 Super Yacht Life missions. Now for doing this, you're going to get 100 grand and a special smoking jacket. So it's worth it. The missions are paying 5x again this week. Best way to make money in GTA Online right now is going to be doing those missions. If you don't have a yacht, find somebody who does and get doing the missions with them. I have a video that I made last week on how you can make like 1.6 mil an hour doing this. So you should definitely check that out and definitely try to apply it to your game and make yourself some money before mansions come out. It's literally the most efficient way to make money in GTA Online right now. And if you couple it with like resupplying your businesses and stuff, it's going to be just exceptional. So please take advantage of it for sure. Just so you guys are aware, also a common question I've been getting is how do I actually play the missions? If you have not completed all of the Super Yacht Life missions, you will need to go to your yacht and go up to the captain's deck. You're going to have to go in there. You're going to have to activate the first mission from there and keep doing that to activate all the missions. From there, you can also call the captain and request work. That will also get you into doing the missions in order. Once you've done them in order, then you're going to be able to replay them. The one that you're going to really want to replay though is going to be D-Day. You can spam this and do it in 3 minutes and 45 seconds and get $120,000 every time you do it. It's really OP. It's a really good way to make money, and you don't even have to do the mission like correctly to get it to work. So highly recommend doing this for sure this week. Definitely take advantage of it. Now we also have 4 times money on the priority file within the garment factory this week yet again. So as you guys can see here, the fine art file is $1,224,000 again this week. So make sure you're taking advantage of this. I'm going to be probably making a guide on how to do that fine art file or how to make some extra money this week, probably tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. We also still have triple money and triple RP on the community combat series as well. So take advantage of this if it seems interesting to you, but I would definitely still recommend doing those Super Yacht Life missions as the #1 thing this week. And then of course the priority file within the garment factory. Now carrying over as well, we also have shipwrecks on double money and double RP, and we have Deadline, the adversary mode, also on double money and double RP, as you guys can see right here. Now getting into the vehicle discounts, keep in mind we have a new DLC coming on December 9th. Gonna say it once right here, right now. If you want to get that stuff on day 1 or relatively soon after it comes out, make sure you have around $50 million. If you don't have 50 mil, don't worry about it. You're just not going to be able to get everything. With that being said, we do have some good vehicles discounted this week, like the Banshee GTS and the Niobe. Both are 30% off. Both these are HSW capable, so if you have HSW, you can get that. Both are really good cars. Both are in the sports category. The GTS has a higher top speed and it's rear wheel drive. The Niobe has a lower top speed, but it's all wheel drive. Customization wise, they both have quite a bit that can be done to them. They're both good looking vehicles, and I would recommend both of them, honestly, if you guys have the money to do so. And if you don't have them yet, you should definitely get them. Now, I really only recommend getting them if you have HSW available though. If you don't, the Niobe's like not that awesome of a car, And the GTS is actually still like one of the fastest sports class vehicles in the game, even without HSW on it. So it's got a little bit more of a case to be made there, but really you want HSW with both of these vehicles. If you can't get HSW, I'm honestly not sure that it's super worth it. They might even go on a higher discount at some point and might get down to, 40% off. So if you want to try to settle on it for 30% off, it's not a bad idea. They're both great cars. You won't be disappointed, but you could potentially get these for even cheaper in a couple months. So you might want to play the game. I don't know. If you're going to get one or the other, I would make sure to get the Banshee GTS. I just think it's a little bit more useful. However, if you're not very good at driving, or if you're just not super comfortable with rear wheel drive cars, you should probably get the Niobe. And we also have the Benefactor LM87 for $2,040,500. This is one of the best non-HSW supercars in the entire game. In fact, it might even be the #1 non-HSW supercar in the game. It's really good. It goes for $2,040,000 this week. Kind of still expensive, but you're getting a good deal on it. It is only a one-seater. That is something to keep in mind with this car. And customization-wise, there's not a whole lot that can be done. Now, are you buying it for customization or for carrying multiple people, or are you buying it for the crazy performance? Probably the crazy performance. Now, if you play on Legacy PC Edition, this thing also has a speed glitch, which is scaled with how many frames per second you're getting on GTA. So on Legacy, it's exceptionally good because of the speed glitch. That might be a consideration for some of you. But if you're on Enhanced and you have HSW available on your platform, this thing's not going to really be able to keep up that well against some cars like the weaponized Ignis with HSW, for example. So you're probably not going to want to buy it. I would strictly say to get the LM87, particularly if you're either on last gen or if you're on Legacy. Either of those, this car is way more worth it. But if you have HSW available, it's not that worth it, to be honest. We have the Invitero Coquette D10 for $906,000 this week. Guys, if you want it, honestly, not really worth it in my opinion. $900,000 is kind of a lot for this vehicle. Unless it's something you've been really looking for a long time, I don't think it's really super worth getting, to be honest. Not the greatest sports car ever, not the greatest handling. It's pretty quick in a straight line, I will say. Customization wise, it's nice, but other than that, it's kind of not that great. For $900K, I'd say probably avoid it. And we also have the ZR350, of course, for $726,750, or probably about 1.1 mil if you don't have the trade price for it. Now, if you want a good drift car, this is definitely one that's good to get. It has the drift tuning available, and it's also technically a tuner subcategory car, but it's not going to be very good for like those races, so not exactly great to buy it for that reason. The only reasons to really buy this thing are A, if you want a drift car, and B, you like the RX-7. If you fit into that category, definitely get it while it's on sale. Try to get the trade price, preferably. $726K is really not that bad for this car in my opinion, but if you have to pay like 1.1, that's actually a little bit steep. So try to get the trade price. It is a pretty cool car, a lot of customization. It's a tuner's car, so it's got tons you can do to it. I like my ZR350, I have one, and I don't regret buying it. I bought it at full price, so if you want one, you'll probably like it. Scrolling just a little bit further down, we have the Progen Emrys and the Visser Neo. Now, the Progen Emrys is kind of up there with the LM87 as to like one of the best non-HSW supercars in the game. It's got a little bit of customization, although I would say the customization on it is a little bit disappointing. I think it's a great car. I really like the Emrys, and I think it's one of my favorite supercars to race with. At the end of the day, the LM87 is probably going to be faster around the circuit, but in terms of a free mode vehicle with great performance that can also race, the Emrys is like almost as good as it gets as far as non-HSW cars go. So if you want a good supercar this week, the Progen Emrys is definitely one to get for sure. As far as the Visser Neo goes, I don't particularly think it's that awesome of a car. I don't really think it's that good looking. Customization wise, there's not that much that can be done. And performance wise, it's got weird handling and it's not that fast. I would say for most players, avoid the Visser Neo. I don't think it's worth the $1.3 million price tag. We also have the gargantuan overflawed Tyrant available for $1,760,500. Don't buy it, please. It's got engine resistance, so it's really slow. It's massive, not much customization. Really no rewarding factors to owning the Tyrant, especially when you can get an Emrys for like 200K more. Please don't buy a Tyrant. It's a complete waste of money. We also have the Ocelot XA21, one of the coolest active spoiler cars in the entire game. The spoiler comes up at about 40 to 60 miles per hour. It's really cool looking. It sounds fantastic. Customization wise, there's quite a bit that can be done, but not like a whole lot at the same time. Overall for 1.6, it's kind of like right on the edge of like it's worth it and it's not. You could kind of push it either way. If you really like the XA21, if you've wanted one for a while, I'd say get it. If you don't really care and you've never really considered it, don't get it. It's just not going to be worth it for you. It's a very cool car. Definitely look up a review on it before you buy it. But sick car, all-wheel drive, top speed about 122 miles per hour, which is not that fast actually. But it sounds great, and I think that's the biggest thing with the XA21. It's like the best sounding supercar ever, so you may want to buy it for that reason alone. A little bit further down, we have the Progen Tyrus. Not a good car for the money. For almost $1.8 million, there's a couple cars that are on sale this week that are cheaper or right around the same price that will outperform this thing like crazy, that will be way more customizable, that'll be a way better driving experience. The Tyrus sounds awesome, and it's got the missile lock-on jammer available now, which is cool, but at the end of the day, it's just not that awesome. It's a cool car. If you have the money to buy it and you've wanted one for a while, get it. But for most players, I would say to avoid the Tyrus. It's just not going to be worth it. We also have the Lampadati 5000 and the Lampadati Komoda, both discounted this week. Now, out of the two, definitely get the Komoda. The 5000 is way more expensive. They share the exact same engine sound, which is also the same sound as the Ocelot XA21. The 5000 is 1.2. That's crazy. Don't do it. It's just not worth that amount of money. It's not that good looking either. It's a cool car, but just it's not that awesome. It just isn't that awesome at the end of the day. However, the Komoda is based off of the Alfa Romeo Giulia, which is a much cooler car. And it looks really good. The proportions are awesome. It's got good customization. This car is just so much more car for the money. This one's in the sports class. The 5000 is in the sedans class, so it's just going to be generally slower and worse to drive. The Komoda is the better car. If you're going to buy one of the two, definitely get the Komoda. It's also way cheaper, but by all means, you don't need to get either of them specifically either. We also have the Coil Raiden, which is a very disappointing car. It doesn't really drive very well. It has pretty terrible lackluster handling. I would avoid the Coil Raiden. I just don't think it's worth it. It does have the missile lock-on chamber though, so if you did want it, that's an option. But $962,500 is a lot of money for a car that is this bad. So I'd recommend not getting the Coil Raiden. Over on Southern, we have a few more discounts, the BF Club being one of them, and the Imponte Beater Dukes. The BF Club is one of the best compact cars for racing, if not the best compact car for racing, so it has that to be said for it. Still, $770,000 is a lot of money. Customization-wise, there's quite a bit that can be done to it, but it is front-wheel drive, which is a performance curse, but it's still kind of good if you want to do compact category racing. If that's the case, I'd say buy it. If you don't care about compact category racing, you could pretty safely avoid it. You don't need it by any means. The Imponte Beater Dukes for $226 is actually an interesting car. It's got a lot of customization. For $226K, I kind of don't think you can really go wrong with it, to be honest. So I would recommend the Imponte Beater Dukes. I think it's worth it. I think there's enough value here customization-wise to make it worth it. Performance-wise, it's not going to be the greatest car ever, but we probably could have assumed that. Cool car. Definitely get one if you are interested in it remotely. Now we also have the Ubermarkt Zion Classic for $568,400. It's one of those cars that's like, you could take it or leave it. It's in a fairly reasonable price range right now. It could be cheaper though. I wish it was cheaper. If it was cheaper, I'd say definitely get it. But for almost $600K, I'm like kind of teetering on the edge as to whether it's going to be good enough or not. Cool car, a little bit of customization, rear wheel drive. I can't really recommend it, to be honest. I can't really recommend it. It's not that good of a car, but if you did want one and if you've been wanting one for a while, probably not going to go cheaper than this. So you might want to buy it. Most people though, I'd say avoid it. We also have the Declasse Granger 3600 LX for $1,050,000. This is one of the cheaper Imani Tech capable vehicles in the game. However, it's pretty far from being one of the better ones because for $1,050,000 or presumably $1,500,000, if you don't have the trade price, you're getting worse performance than the Granger that spawns in on the streets of Los Santos. Now granted, it does have armor plating that can be applied as well as machine guns. Bullet resistant windows come standard on it as well, and an oil slick proximity mine dropper. Still though, it's kind of not really worth it. Like it's got a lot of value, but you can also get the Bravado Greenwood, which is way better performance wise and gets all the same features. So I'd recommend the Greenwood, but the Declasse Granger 3600 is kind of cool still. If you want one, definitely get one while it's on discount. But if you don't want one and you just want the best Imani Tech for the money, I don't think the Granger is going to do that for you, to be honest. I would spend the extra 1.6 and get a Bravado Buffalo STX. The Vapid Caracara is discounted this week for $1,242,500. I don't recommend it. It's too big, too much money, no customization, not worth it. Just simply not worth it. And we also have the Karen Technical for $665,000. Much better value than the Caracara. Still though, not worth it. It is a Pegasus vehicle at the end of the day, so can't really recommend it. Within the casino, the podium vehicle is the Annis S80RR, same as last week. Good car, try to win it. The Annis Euros is available in the car meet to be won this week, and to win it, you're gonna have to place top 2 for 3 days in a row. Relatively easy challenge. If you can get it for free, you might as well, for sure. These are the vehicles in here. We have the Karen 190Z. I called this the Grotti GT500 last week. It's the 190Z. It is $900,000. Too much money in my opinion. The Michele GT is like $1.2 million, and it is really not worth it, so don't get that one. And the Ocelot Lynx is like, unfortunately, as much as I love it, super not worth it. $1,735,000 for like a super mid-performance sports car. Not worth. Don't buy it. We also, of course, have the EVX here as the HSW test ride for the week. $3,860,000. Crazy amount of money. Don't recommend it. Within the salvage yard, the Dinka Jester RR is available to be stolen by completing the Duggan robbery. The Grotti Stinger GT is available to be stolen by completing the Gangbanger robbery. And, of course, the Ocelot Jugular is available by completing the cargo ship robbery. Again, none of them are claimable. So there you go. Again, fine art file, 4x money. Within Simeons, we have the Dubocci Champion, the LM87, the Pegassi Tesseract, the Pegassi Ignis, and the Progen Emerus. Avoid the Champion, too expensive, not on discount anymore either, unless they made a mistake and didn't take it off discount. No, they did. 3.8 mil for that, crazy. Tesseract is just a scam, don't buy it. Almost $9 million. The Ignis is 2.8 mil, which is kind of a lot. I wouldn't get that not on discount for sure, but the Emerus is under 2 mil still, even with the cool livery and wheels on it. Luxury autos, we have the Bravado Banshee GTS with, I believe, stock white wheels, or maybe they're not stock wheels, but it's in here. And of course, we have the free Ubermacht Revolter as well. The gun van location today is right here on the map, so this is where it's going to be on the day this video is coming out. It will move though if it is not the first day this video is out. Then here we got the railgun, compact EMP launcher, battle rifle, heavy rifle, precision rifle, Widowmaker, up and atomizer, and the baseball bat. Atomizer definitely worth picking up. Precision rifle's terrible. Heavy rifle's okay, but way too expensive. Battle rifle, same thing. Railgun's worth it though, and the compact EMP launcher also worth it. For throwables, we only have sticky bombs, and for body armor, we have it 10% off, so that's pretty cool. Your RC Bandito time trial is Construction Site 1. Your Junk Energy time trial is Sewer System. Your regular time trial is Del Perro Pier, and your HSW time trial didn't get reset. Yeah, no reset on the HSW time trial, shockingly. So there you have it, I guess. Thank you guys so much for watching today's episode of What to Buy and What to Avoid this week in GTA Online. Stay tuned for Mansions, coming out on Tuesday. Super excited for that. Going to be covering all that, so I'm looking forward to seeing you guys, hopefully in my live stream. I'm live streaming the DLC, guys. It's going to be pretty insane, so hope to see you there. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Dislike if you didn't. Consider subscribing if you guys are new. And with that being said, see you in the next video. Till then, take care. Peace.